The beginning of this course highlighted the need to separate and redefine self-awareness. The brain's default mode network can negatively affect our decision making as it automatically attaches itself to thoughts about ourselves, or what other people think of us, thoughts of the past and the future. We also established later on that the default mode network searches for threats to our survival where there might not be any. And this manifests itself as the fear of failure. In releasing ourselves from the concept of self, we're able to identify our goals more clearly and visualize the path towards accelerated growth. In order to develop a better understanding of our true selves and release ourselves from all expectations, we engaged in the "but that's not who I am" exercise. Furthermore, we introduced some techniques that could be useful habits for cultivating self-awareness, such as journaling, meditation, and breathing exercises. From there, we acknowledge the daily behaviors that we engage in and how they align with our values. We then acknowledged the incongruencies that might have been present between the two. This exercise allowed us to identify areas of our lives that might lack the clarity we need to achieve meaningful goals. Do our values need to be more clearly defined? Or can I change my daily behaviors so that they better support my values and goals? We established that there is no such thing as a lack of time, only a lack of priority. So by reestablishing congruency between values and behaviors, we're able to set goals that maximize our productivity and take back our time. We then established a new goal tied to a specific action. Once we had a goal set, we discussed the ways that we could start creating momentum immediately. We talked about things like mini goals and habit bunching. We then transitioned into resistance and how resistance is a direct result of our fear of failure. And this fear of failure is the main reason why we prevent ourselves from making meaningful progress towards our goals. We then identified various forms of resistance that manifest themselves and talked about ways of overcoming that resistance. In doing so, we catalyzed the process of changing our relationship to failure. I hope that along the way you've gained a new level of clarity, a new level of self-awareness, and maybe implemented some of these habits for yourself. Maybe you watched this course in a couple hours, or maybe it took you a couple weeks to get through it. Either way, I hope that you find this valuable enough to translate into your life immediately. I want to reiterate the fact as well that you can always come back to any of these modules at any time. You can always revisit some of the concepts, implement new habits, or maybe just take a refresher to figure out where you want to start with a new goal. I also want to mention that resistance never goes away. It's something that we constantly have to run up against. And it's one of the reasons that achieving goals is so meaningful. My hope is that this course gives you the freedom to pause and evaluate your current situation at any moment. If you feel the need to make a change or correct course in your life, then give yourself the freedom to do so. It's totally acceptable to change your beliefs, your values, and your behaviors along this journey. Because after all, we are on this journey together. Thank you so much for joining me. It has been a real pleasure. I really hope you guys did get a lot out of this course. And as always, be well and take care. Namaste.